because no one else was coming, and I ran out of the reasons. So gathering festivals of the ash dark as ink, hammered them into marrow, into a skull thick, enough to keep the gentle curse of the dreams. Yes, I aimed for mercy, but came only close as a building a cage around the heart. Shutters over the eyes, yes, I gave it hands despite knowing that to stretch that clay slap into 5 bladders of fly I would go too far. Because I too needed a place to hold me, so I dipped my fingers back into the fire, pry open the lover face, until the wood winded into a door, until every lift shook so that it could go a full scream, and I was done, and it was finished. Paradise. It's more like the sound a drum makes when the arrowhead replaces the day with the answer to the rips. Hello, we saw it coming, but kept walking through the hole in the garden, because the leaves were bright green and the fire only a pink brush stroke in the distance. It's not about the lie, but how dark it makes you depending on where you stand. Depending on where you stand, his name can appear like a moonlight shrouded in a dead dog's fur. His name changed when touched by gravity. Gravity breaking our kneecaps just to show us the sky. We kept saying yes, even with all those birds. Who will believe us now? My voice cracking like bones inside the radio. Silly me, I thought love was real and the body imaginary. But here we are standing in the cold field, him calling for the girl beside him, frosted grass snapping beneath her hooves. Hey, I used to be a fake now by my checkbox. The painted jabbed in my back. I feel the mark of a progress. I will not dance alone. The moon's a pale graveyard and a midnight blasting set songs on my phone for nothing. I promise you, I was here. I felt things that my desolate was from air, and I went on destroying inside it like wind in a storm. The way a little pip says, I'll be back in the morning when you know how it ends. The way I kept dancing when this song was over because it freed me. The way the streetlight blinks on before waking up, for it is a nice shit, like a widow shit. The way we look up and whisper sorry to each other, the boy and I, when there is death. When there is always death on purpose. When I threw myself in gravity and I made it work. Ha! I made it out by the skin of my griefs. I used to be a fag now on my lid. Ha! Once in a party set on a rip on a Brooklyn for an SB wipe, a young woman said, sipping her drink, "You're so lucky, you're a gay plus you get out, right about war and stuff. I'm just white." Pose, I got nothing. Unlike feelings, blood get realer when you feel it. Because everyone knows yellow paint pressed into American letters turns to gold. Or sorrow made us touched, Nepal with a rainbow afterglow. I am trying to be real, but it costs too much. They say the earth spins, and that's why we fall, but everyone knows it's the music. It's been proved difficult to dance to machine gun fire. Still, my people made to write them this way, away. My people so still in the photographs as corpse. My failure was that I got used to it. I looked at the us, mangled under the time. Photograph shadows and stopped thinking, get up, get up. I saw the graveyard sting in the pinkish dawn and knew the dead were still breathing. Ha. If they come for me, take me home, take me out. What if it wasn't the crash that made me, but the debris? What if it was mean the way, the mother, the lexicon, the line of the cocaine on, the Mahavan boys, color brand in the east, village tablet in at 27. What's wrong with me, doc? There must be a pill for this. Too late, this word's already shrapnel in your brain. Impossible in a high school, I am now the ultimate line breaker. I'm plow through the page, making a path for you, the reader, going nowhere. Because the fairy tales were right, you'll need magic to make it out of here. Long ago, in another life on a metric, through lava I saw for a few blurred seconds a man standing in the middle of a field of winter grass, hands at his side, back to me, all with him stopped there safe, of her hair scraped by a low wind. When the countryside resumed its wash of grey wheat, tractors got in barns, black sycamores and Haddon's pastures, I stared to cry. I put my copy, the white album, down and folded a new dark around my head. The woman beside me stroked my back, saying, in a western accent that wibbled in tenderness, go on, son, you get it all now, no shaming and breaking up, and you get that out. Afraid you have some tea, which made me lose it even more. She came back with the Lipton and pepper cups, her eyes now were blue and there. She was silent all the way to Missoula, where she got up and said, patting my knee, God is God, God is God. I can say it was beautiful now, my hair, because it belonged to no one else. To be a damn for damage, my shitness will not enter the word, although, and quickly became my own hero. Do you know how many hours I waste watching stray boys play video games? And time as a mother, lest they forget and mock as the Ulster Community Center, in my language the one I recall now, only by closing my eyes, the words for love is a year, and the word for weakness a year. How you say what you mean change what you say. Some call the prayer, I could watch your mouths. When they zipped my mother in a body bag, I whispered, Rose, get out there. Your plans are dying, enough is enough. Bodied or way that you are, be more than what I'll pass through. Stillness, it was. The man in the field and the red sweater he was, so still he became somehow more true, like a knife would in the landscape painting, like him I could and decided it was Bill Joy from now on. The anniversary opened, the lights blazed around me into white weather, and I was lifted, within a bloody, out of my mother screaming, and enough. Detonation. There is a joke that ends with a hub. It's the bomb saying, here is your father. Now here is your father inside your lungs. Look how light the yours is the afterword. To even write the word father is to carve a portion of the day out of a bone bright page. There is enough light to draw in, but never enough to enter the bones. I stay, don't stay here, he said. My boy, broken by the names of lovers, don't cry anymore. So I ran into the night, my shadow growing toward my father. Toy boat for tamarise, yellow plastic black sea. I shaped shore on a darkened map. No shores now to arrive or depart, no wind but this waiting which moves you. As if the seconds could be entered and never left. Toy boat or less, each wave a green lamp outlaced. Toy boat, toy leaf dropped from a toy tree waiting as if the sparrows thinning above them are not already pierced by their own nails. A little closer to the edge, young enough to believe nothing will change them. They step hand in hand into the bob crater. The nightfall of black death, his foul relics wakes from shattering against her cheek, now dims like a miniature moon behind her hair. In the swersion, the snake, his headless stilled, like a cord untraveled from the lover's ankles. He lifts her white cotton skirt, revealing another how. His hand, the syllables inside them. Oh Father, of her shadow press into here, as the field shreds himself. With a cricket cries, show me how ruin makes a home out of his bones. Oh Mother, a minute hand, teach me how to hold and mend the way thirst holds water. At every river envy our mouths, at every kiss hit the body like a season. Rapples thunder, the yours with the red hose, and I am your son. Tell me, it was for the hunger, and nothing less, for hunger is to give the body what it knows it cannot keep. The December light with the dumb and another wall is all that pins my hand to your chest. You drowning between my arms stay, you pushing your body into the river only to be left with yourself stay. I'll tell you how we're wrong enough to be forgiven, how one night after backhanding mother and taking a chainsaw to the kitchen table, my father went to kneel in the bathroom until we heard his muffled cries drove the walls, and so I learned that a man in the climax was the closest things to surrender. Say surrender, say alabaster, switchblade, honeysuckle, goldenrod. Say autumn despite the green in your eyes, beauty despite the lie. Say you'd kill for it, unbreakable down mountain in your throat. My threshing behind you, like a sparrow standing with a falling dusk, a blade of honey between our shadows draining. I went to disappear, so I opened the door to a stranger's car. He was divorced. He was still alive. He was sobbing into his hands that taste like rust. The pink breast cancer ribbon on her kitchen swaying in the ignition. Don't we touch each other just to prove we are still here? I was still here once. The moon, distant and a flicker, trapped itself in a bit of sweat on my neck. I let the fog spill through the cracked window and cover my fangs. When I left, the book kept sitting there, and that bull in a pastel, its eyes turning my shadow onto the side of the suburban houses. At home, I threw myself on the bed like a torch, and I watched the flames gnaw through my mother's house until the sky appeared, bloodshot and massive. How I want to be that sky, to hold every flying and falling at once. Salmon, say yes anyway. In the shower, sweating under cold water, I scrubbed and scrubbed. In the life before this one, you could tell two people were in love, because when they drove the pickup over the bridge, their wings would grow back just in time. Some days I'm still inside the pickup, someday I keep waiting. It's not too late, our heads held with the nets, and summer too early to leave any marks. Your hand under my shirt, static, intense face on the radio. Your other hand pointing your daddy's revolver to the sky. Stars falling out by one the crosshair. This means I won't be afraid. We're already here, already more than skin can hold. That a body beside a body must make a field full of a taken. That your name is only the sound of a clock's been set back another hour, and morning finds our clothes on your mother's front porch, shed like a week-old lilies. With the burning city. Milk flower petals on the street like pieces of a girl's dress. May your days be merry and bright. He fills a teacup with a champagne and rings on her lips. Open, he says. She opens outside. As soldiers spit out his cigarette as the footsteps fill the square like stones falling from the sky. May all your Christmases be white as the traffic guard unstraps his holster. His hand running the hem of her white dress, his black eyes, her black hair, a single candle, the shadows to wax. A military track sped through the intersection, the sound of the children shrieking inside. A bicycle hurled through a store window. When the dust rises, a black dog lies on the road painting its hind legs. Crushed into the shine of a white Christmas, on the nightstand a sprig of a magnolia expands like a secret heard for the first time. The treetops glisten, and children listen the chef of a palace, face down in a pool of Coca-Cola, and palm-sized photo of his father soaking beside the left ear. The sun moving through the city like a widow, white, I'm dreaming of the curtain of a snow falling from her shoulders. Snow crackling against the window, snow shredded with a gunfire red sky. Snow on the tanks rolling over the city walls, a helicopter lifting the living just out of the reach. The city so wide, so ready for rain. The radio saying run, run, run. Milk flower petals and a black dog like pieces of a girl's dress. May your days be merry and bright. She's saying something neither of them can hear. You huddle rugs beneath them. The bed is filled with ice cracking. Don't worry, he says, it's the first bomb brightness. The faces my brother have won the war, and tomorrow the lights go out. I ain't dreaming, I'm dreaming to hear sad bells in the snow. In the square below, and on and a fire runs silent toward her God. Open, he says, she opens.
You'll find out just who was your friend. Don't be sad, I know you will, but don't give up until this is a promise with a catch. All you're looking can't find you. True life is searching too, but how can it recognize you?